And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. Melvin. There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. And they've been excellent against the pass. The number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. A give running right is Mitchell. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. This defense for the Vikings, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job.
Oh, just a desperation heave there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis C. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
Here's Cruz throwing on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Cruz. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Cruz. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They had a good chance to get the first points of the game on the board, but what a great job defensively, getting a hand in there, knocking it away, and preventing that first touchdown.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Over the middle, complete to Addison. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a sharp throw right there on 3rd down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want it to be on a field goal. So that's a nice job to get the hook up and set up a 1st and goal.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Will Lutz on for the point after. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Nice chunky yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. Melvin. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Off the play fake. Melvin. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
This is brought in at the 21. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Niner defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage, trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Cruz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that is how you respond. One on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week. And in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 6. Back to throw. Melvin, screen play, setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run over center with Mitchell. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Melvin. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Thirty-eight-yard line, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Melvin connecting over the middle with Downs. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Melvin. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance, because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Now Cruz to throw. Throwing to start the drive. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Gun, he'll hand this off. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. Operating from the gun. Cruz. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, the Vikings sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in on a good run. Winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd down and 3. And they'll send the tight end in motion. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Cruz on 1st and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's second down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 25-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Slot man moves right. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Cruz now on first down. He gets it to Addison. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Lutz good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be second down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers! Tyquan Thornton, 72 yards. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Jake Moody now for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. The slot man in motion right. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
Second and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Cruz. And that will be incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Second and 9 now from the 21. Off play action. Melvin. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Melvin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. They have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues. I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Cruz. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Cruz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Come on, guys, dig deep.
The Vikings send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime. And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive linemen. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Cruz throwing on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Back to throw. Cruz. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Jair Brown who's got it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
First down, here's Mitchell. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play there. Second down. Operating from the gun, Melvin. Well, this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Tyson Anderson there to get him down defensively. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 2nd and 7. A handoff from Mitchell running left. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I have to think a major focus in the halftime makes had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
This now a 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Melvin. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw again. Cruz. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Cruz. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he will have a Viking Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And not all spectacular catches are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. Again, he'll drop to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. He's across midfield, and he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got it, not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
They'll look to throw again. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Here's 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Cruz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. As his guys are able to extend their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Off the play fake. Melvin. toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
You've got to know as a quarterback that it's going to be tough to outthink this guy in the defensive backfield. He's been at it 11 years now, so he knows all the ins and outs of the position. And he's in the right spot there to come up with the interception.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Cruz. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Third and 2. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. 49 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the move to his left. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hawkinson from 17 yards out. And the Vikings add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Melvin. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give here to Mitchell. And taken down just shy of the 40. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Melvin. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 45-yard line.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Another run with Mitchell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, Melvin. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. An audible here to get a new look. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I
really
want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
The tackle there by Malcolm Rodriguez.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To throw on third down. Cruz. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. So it's a win for the Vikings, and it was thanks in part to the play of their third-year quarterback.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.
So for the Vikings, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.